Today, we are going to be touring the ultimate Eurasia Animal Pack Zoo. You all probably remember the video where I built this entire zoo. I'm really excited to show you guys what I've built since that video came out, and of course, everything I built in that video. I think you'll really enjoy all of the little details that I didn't necessarily show on camera. So, let's go in. You can see it's definitely a less grand entrance, but I did put a lot of effort into detailing here. You can see that there's several different trim pieces all layered on top of one another, and I think for such a small zoo, an entrance like this works really well. And don't worry about paying for your tickets this time, guys. Because this video is so late, I've decided that, well, I'm gonna pay for all your guys' tickets. Hopefully too many of you don't come along, or I might be thousands of dollars in debt. One of the first things we have here in the zoo is the wall of credit. So these are all of the people that I have used blueprints from the Steam Workshop from. I decided to just put all their names here so that way you don't have to go searching for them. You know exactly who has had their work featured in this zoo. It's not many people, but the ones that are in here definitely really helped me out. So thank you to all of these people. How about we go see the first habitat in this zoo? You guys probably remember we have the swan and the fallow deer. A great combination of animals. You can see, oh my gosh, there's little baby swans in there. The deer are still pretending that they are waterfowl. I think this one's trying to kidnap the little baby swan. Yeah, you should probably pay attention to your kids. But there are quite a lot of animals in here. I did turn the breeding on, so there's gonna be lots of babies, and hopefully they won't grow up, or else, you know, this is gonna be way too overpopulated. Like, some of you are gonna have to be turned into burgers eventually, because we just can't support this many deer. Yeah, I'm really happy with this habitat. I think it came out really good, especially for it being the very first one in the zoo. I think the deer are swimming more than the swans. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, we have what, 3 adult swans swimming and the rest are just like on land. Like, did you guys switch places? Is it Freaky Friday today? So heading to the left of our zoo, I did sneak in after the video was done a little exhibit box viewing area. It just has the 2 European, I guess there's a newt and a salamander. So I think these are the salamanders over here. Yep, there we are. We got the, was it the fire salamander, I think they're called? I should have looked up the names before I recorded this, but it's too late. We're already here. We're already at the zoo. And then this is the newt. Let's see if we can find them. They're so small. Yeah, okay, good. We actually have one. Look at him go. He's just swimming around. Yeah, it's nothing fancy, but it's a nice viewing platform. I think, you know, every zoo needs exhibit animals. We only had the one tortoise, so I felt like I had to include another one. I also made this little ice cream parlor. I know that it is freezing out. You can see the guests are shivering. Should have worn a jacket. I don't know what to tell you. That's not my fault, but I think ice cream just fits the vibe here well because it's pastel colors and stuff. So we got ice cream, milkshakes, the little Europe pack, like decoration things. I used a lot of Europe pack in this. I mean, it makes sense because it's the Eurasia pack. We are not going to be buying ice cream today, however, because I already bought your guys' ticket. So if you want ice cream, you should have brought cash. Over here is another brand new animal, or should I say animals. We have the European badger and one little fox in here. I had an empty habitat space when I built this, so I decided to add badgers just because they're cute and I like them. I added in this fox here because they can cohabitate with the badgers, because foxes, they're my boyfriend's favorite animal and I wanted to make a habitat for him. So there you go. You have one fox. There are also a lot of badgers in here. Do they have babies? I haven't seen any babies in here. Quite disappointing. Maybe they ate them. But yeah, as much as I like that habitat, it's definitely not the main focus. But here is where we really get into the zoo with the wisent or European bison overpass. I love this habitat because it is just huge and you have this nice towering bridge with, you know, pastel colors, of course. I do not build zoos without nice pastel colors. And this blue on the bridge, it actually matches the roof on their building. So I really like this building. It was another one that was based off of like a picture I found on Google, and it serves as their shelter. It just kind of looks like a really old house. But there they are all running. They've got this little pond. Oh, and there's babies there. All right, little baby bison. I guess it's feeding time, so they're all running over there. But they also have another area that they can live in. So they have this whole pond over here. I really like this habitat. You can see it's just coming to drink. It's actually using this space, but they run all around and it looks super good. They've got a little boardwalk here. You know, you have a nice view over the lake, so I definitely faked. What the hell? Is that a Yeti over there? Who gave the Yeti admission into the zoo? I just want to talk. As we go over the bridge, we enter kind of a new section of the zoo. It's definitely very lush. I put a lot of time into adding a bunch of trees here, but we have a couple ways we can go. So over there, you may already recognize the wild boar farm. And I was going to do something over this way, but I didn't want to because I just wanted to add one habitat for the wild horse, but then I was like, well, it would just look kind of out of place. So I just left it under construction. Just watch your step because the path kind of ends into the junkyard. Look, the zoo had a lot of leftover waste and we needed to dump it somewhere. We have terrible trash service out here. So we just kind of throw it in a pit. And it kind of takes care of itself, so nothing to worry about here. Don't worry about it, don't report it, don't tell the government. Moving on to one of my favorite habitats in the zoo, definitely the most themed, is the wild boar. And this tractor, I didn't make that, it is a blueprint. Thank you to the person who made it. But as you can see, they've got a little farm that they can run through. Look at them go. They are so happy here. Isn't that right? Oh, you would make the best pulled pork sandwich, let me tell you. Oh, and there's the little baby ones too. There are so many babies. Look at this one's even digging up crops and stuff. Yeah, I think that they are super happy in here. My favorite detail is the tree that fell over and damaged the fence. And that is what I would assume allowed the boars to kind of like break into the farm. It's very immersive, I know. And then over here, we can see that they're using their forage box, or I guess sleeping in it, but it's the little pumpkin patch that they can, you know, dig for mushrooms in and stuff, I guess. But this is easily one of my favorite habitats. I mean, it is just so cozy. Yeah, I think this is a great habitat. Wild boar, you know, not the most exciting animal, so I had to do something to make it exciting. You also can actually get a secondary view. You just have to kind of backtrack right over here into the wisent habitat so you can see the lower part of the bridge and kind of get nice and close to their habitat. See all the babies running around, and you can just really get a good sense of scale of it. I mean, again, this habitat is absolutely massive. Definitely not super realistic, but when have I ever built something realistic? And oh, what is that over there? Is that what I think it is? That's right. Well, would you look at that? There's a sale going on in my Etsy sticker shop. We've got brand new designs in my Etsy sticker shop, such as the hippo, king snake, and sloth bear. So click the link in the description or go to animalsbyonyx.etsy.com. I also have a really special promo code, so make sure to use code ONYXGaming for 10% off your order. I really appreciate you guys checking out my shop, and if you have an animal that you would like to see as a sticker, make sure to comment that down below. Who knew that a fake zoo tour could have a built-in advertisement? You're welcome, but please do go check out my Etsy shop. Now, before we get into this beautiful building over here, we have got the Hermann's tortoise. And I know you can see that it is clearly 3 different habitat boxes put next to each other, but pretend those dividers aren't there. I did not install the null exhibit box mod, so we're just gonna have to make do with this and use our imaginations. But look at this. How the heck did you get up there? Can they climb? I wouldn't think a tortoise would be able to climb. But they're very, very cute. I know a lot of people have Hermann's tortoises as like pets and stuff. And I guess they really don't get that big, which is why they're in an exhibit box and not, you know, free roaming like the Galapagos tortoise or something. Because yeah, I can tell you, look, this one climbed too. How do you get up there? That doesn't make sense to me. Well, good for you. Alright, continue evolving to climb, I guess. This way, this doesn't lead anywhere. That just bypasses the ice cave. Here we go into the ice cave. We're not cowards, so we are not gonna bypass it. So as we go in here, I'll let you actually get a close-up look at all the nice little details. We have the different columns and stuff. The window. A lot of this stuff is actually just like flexi color that was colored into that icy blue to make it look like it was sculpted from ice. you know, because we don't really have a huge amount of ice props, but I think it actually passes really well, especially the glass. Definitely giving igloo vibes. And our first animal in the ice palace is the saiga antelope. These I was actually really excited about for the pack, and I still really do enjoy them. Their noses, you know, they look like Minecraft villagers, and so I appreciate that. And of course, I gave them a nice little yurt, which is all festive and decorated. All the babies are hiding in there. Without all of this grass, the hundreds and hundreds of pieces of grass I placed, yeah, this would be super bland. But again, their habitat, from what I can tell, is mostly just kind of grassy plains. So that's, you know, that's what I was trying to emulate, and I think I did a good job, and the yurt too. If you guys want me to upload the yurt to the Steam Workshop, do let me know and I'll make sure to do that. Which, speaking of, I will be uploading this whole zoo to the Steam Workshop, so do check the link in the description for that. Before we go on this way, we actually have a little sneak peek at the wolverines. This is their den, so you can actually look right inside there and see them where they sleep, which I think is pretty cute. You can see the ice hall, it's pretty simple. I didn't want to overcomplicate it because, well, one, no one has time for that, and two, there's not a lot of ice pieces. I wanted the pathway to be mostly clear, so didn't do it. And of course, I had to save room for the snow leopard. Not a Eurasian animal pack animal, but it is a base game animal that lives in Asia. So obviously it would fit in the Eurasia Zoo, and I needed an animal for the ice house. Wow, I can't believe they're hiding away. Like, the one time I'm viewing their habitat, they don't want to be seen. But I needed a cold weather animal, and I love snow leopards. They're definitely one of my favorite animals of all time, so I wanted to incorporate them somehow. It's a really, really small habitat. It just kind of goes like back into the left. So it's nothing fancy, just some random climbing frames. I think that climbing frame back there is actually one of the prefabs that came with the game, but again, I'm terrible at building climbing frames, so don't at me. They have everything they need in here. I'm sure they're happy. They're fake animals, so even if they're not happy, well, that's not my problem. And then to the main viewing area of the wolverine. This one you have almost like a 360-degree view. Like, this just goes in a huge circle around their whole habitat. So I really like this one. Again, it's pretty simple, but there is a lot of flowers and stuff. Like, I love these just tiny little flowers. I think the flowers might even be like as big as the wolverines. We do have these trees that don't reach very high. It is very hard to find those in these games, but the Scots pines did well. You know, don't want the wolverines climbing out and attacking people, because that gets expensive pretty quick. Trust me, I know. But this tree is like in the perfect spot, because the wolverines will do this thing where they'll climb on the tree and they'll just sit there, and it is super cute. Maybe this one's coming over to do the thing. All right, come on, get in that tree. Oh, okay, the climbing's a little janky, but look at him go. See, just going to sit on the tree and just hang out with us for a little bit, or not, or turn around. Now we'll turn around, exit the little wolverine chamber. And there is a skylight here. You can see all the icicles. Okay, looking back at this, that doesn't look so good. It looked better in my head when I built it, so we're actually not gonna look at that. Speaking of things that don't look so good, I mean, things that look great is the kiwi habitat. A lot of people like to complain about my kiwi habitat in my last zoo, so here you go. I did fix it for you. This kiwi is in a much better space now from the Oceania Zoo. Moving on to the reindeer. This animal was originally from the Arctic pack, the first Planet Zoo DLC, but you know, this zoo was built around Christmas time, so of course we're gonna have reindeer in here. And again, it's more deer and they are cute. So let's see if we can find any. It's just, are all the animals just hiding out? Ah, yes, I see. We do have a nice reindeer over here, eating some hay. We do still have a big ol' Christmas tree up, but that's okay. I guess in this zoo it's just always Christmas time. Don't worry about it too much, okay? We like to be festive in this one habitat of the zoo. But yeah, it's a very, very simple habitat, you know, just a nice yard, plenty of space for the reindeer to walk around, a great viewing platform, you can get nice and close. I would imagine that if this were a real zoo, this would be one of the ones where you could like go into the barn and like feed or pet the reindeer or something, you know, just because they're friendly and, you know, tame and stuff, except this one who's like chasing down the baby. That one you gotta watch out for. And that brings us to the very end of the ice cave. What I really like about this little ice cave is the entrances are super different, because, you know, I wanted to enter on the good side, but this side is really simple. It's like you're coming out of a cavern. I tried to make it shaped like an ice cave from Skyrim, but as we exit, this was maybe due to my really good planning skills, but we are now into a more tropical scene, which is the sloth bear. Yes, friends, right across from the frigid cold ice cave is the bamboo lush wonderland of India, where sloth bears are from. I really like their habitat. I love their building. There's one sleeping kind of under the ledge there. And it looks like we do have some using the climbing frame. Did not build this climbing frame myself. That's why it looks so good. If you want to see the climbing frame I built myself, well, this is it right here. Not my best work, but no climbing frame is. This is actually probably my best climbing frame I've built. Still not great, but it does the job well. It gives you a really good view of the sloth bears. Sloth bears are just so weird looking. Like, is it just me or does this not look real? I mean, it's because they're not real. This is like a video game, but like, you know what I mean. Okay, now I'm curious because there was just 2 babies over there and there's 2 babies over there. How many bears are in this habitat? And do you think I could take one home? This is a dead end, so we are going to go back out this way. This is where we came from. This just bypasses the ice cave. So we'll continue this way, and can you guess which animal is coming up? It is the takin. I really like takins. I've seen them in real life only twice, but I think they're super cool. I really like the ice river that's in here that looks like it's flowing from the ice cave. It's just nice continuity stuff. I really like the mist on it. I think it just makes it look super magical. Same with the very tippy top of the mountain up there. It's a pretty small habitat for them, but I think it works well. It doesn't look bad at all. It just makes it look like, you know, a nice mountaintop that they can climb on. I did try and sparsely plant it to make it look more mountainous, but without all of the trees in the background, it looked really empty and strange. So most of the trees that you see are actually outside of their habitat. There's really only a few that are inside the borders of it. So truly it is mostly open, but it just looks forested from the back. You can see the ice river just kind of continues in there with some trees kind of growing out of it. You'd imagine in the summertime that it'd be all melted, but it's never summer here. It's always winter. What a miserable life that must be. There's the upper bit of the sloth bear habitat, which you can sometimes see them walking by or like maybe even climbing the tree. I've not seen them climb a tree in this game yet. Again, I needed another filler habitat. I didn't really want to do another animal, so what I did instead is aviaries. So these are my own blueprint, the shell of them that I built a while ago, and then these birds are from the workshop. I think these are tragopans. I don't exactly remember. Okay, that tree's wiggling. Why is the tree wiggling? Can someone explain this? Science? If Talos isn't real, explain that. Explain that, Imperials. And in the next habitat, we have the crown pigeons. This again, pretty simple. It's the same overall blueprint with birds from the workshop, and I just filled it with bamboo and nice, you know, flowers and grass and stuff. It'd be cool if we had birds in the game, but you know, honestly, these work fine because this is a filler habitat. This was made so there wasn't a big gap here. Like, let's be for real. I know you guys would probably rather have like a tiger or something there, but no. All right, that's too cool. It's birds for this habitat. It's a filler. Now that was the last little habitat of our zoo. You can see the back of the deer and swan habitat. We're right back at the start. Yes, it's a small zoo, but I think it's really charming. I really just wanted to show the Eurasian animals from the new pack. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to use the restroom because I have been holding it for the whole 4 hours we've been here, okay? So excuse me, let's just... You know, I think I can continue holding it. Why don't we just go home? Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for coming along this zoo tour for me. Pretty short tour, but that's all right. I think that there's a lot of good stuff in here. All the habitats I made, I worked really hard on. I appreciate you guys waiting, even though you had no choice, so long for this video to come out. I've got a lot of projects coming in the future. In fact, I will be live streaming soon. So here's the date that I will be streaming up on the screen right now. So come check that out. It's going to be a really good time. We have a brand new Planet Zoo series that's going to be really, really fun and pretty chaotic, I'm guessing. So I'm excited to start that. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I'm working on quite a few projects right now, but thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.